All right, Sharon, welcome back to New York City. How are you feeling for this one?
Good, excited. Long here, so
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to be done. But I'm just excited for Sunday and get it ready and get it going. So yeah,
How did the body feel after Paris? And I guess like how much time did you take off?
a few weeks off, but it was like 1 week completely off because of traveling and everything. And then once I got back to flag, I started back a little bit of like running every day, and then I started, just maybe workouts and as we go. So it did take a couple weeks to start feeling like myself again, but it was honestly like harder, like to recover from it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So when did you start feeling like yourself, and what did that look like in training?
like a month in, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, we started just doing like having like really good workouts of like the ones that I feel like I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get the paces right, and the rhythm was coming back. So yeah, it was like somewhere in the middle. I mean, it was harder having to be by myself on those workouts, but I had Haas on the bike and Noble, and that helped a lot. And so just getting in like those early, like those workouts where I felt like, okay, this feels good, and and we just like, we didn't try to go too hard. We just tried to maintain, and I'm sure hopefully like the shape I had before, like before the Olympics was still there, and it was just like to get it like get it going.
So most of this block, all of it in Flagstaff, or
Yes.
all of it?
Yeah.
That's different, right?
Yes, very different.
What'd you like about that?
I honestly think for if anything, it was physically hard, but I was just definitely like, it made me stronger mentally, because I had to like get going by myself and get to like hit those spaces even when I was like, oh, I cannot do it today. But it was also exciting. It was like a new feel of like different place, and different like workouts and everything. So yeah, it was tough, but it was good in a way. Yeah.
So it's interesting because like we've seen you have so much success in Boston and in here that like we don't know what Sharon could do on a flat, fast course.
Yes.
So what paces are you training at? Like are you training at 2:11, 2:12, 2:13 marathoner paces? Like, because that's what Hellen's throwing it out there. Like she's like, I'm doing 2:10, 2:11 work. So for you, what is it? What do you feel you're capable of? Because like these courses don't say what the fastest you can run is.
Sure. And honestly, for me, I don't know. I feel like at some point I was like, if I run 2:18, I'm fine. But now I'm like, yeah, maybe.
Because you're so far deep on the list,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh yeah, but she's still gonna finish in the top 3, maybe win the whole thing.
Yeah, it is one of those that you're like, okay, I think it would, if I probably like, if I go on a fast course and I'm running like 2:17, I'm like, perfect, to start with, you never know.
Your first fast one, right?
Yeah, but then I'm like, I don't know, 2:13 now. No, maybe in a couple of years. But it's one of those things that you're like, it's doable, it can be done. But yeah, I like going like,
To these championship style tough courses.
Yeah.
So this race in the last couple of years, obviously you've been in the mix each time, and like no one makes a move until the final 10K, 5K. Is that what we're gonna expect again, maybe?
I hope this time it will be 10K. And that would be a little bit different. And I also hope, I hope we set out a little bit faster than what we did last year. But no matter what, I am just ready to be in it, and be ready to go those last few kilometers. And like for me, I'd like to have it going as early as possible, because then when it gets to the point where everybody's kicking, I'm like, whoa. But I'm working on that. We'll get there.
Yeah, it's always you and Hellen.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
I like it because it's like the fans want to see this as a rivalry. You two are too nice to each other.
Honestly, it's like you see her and it's like, I don't know, it's like one of those things that's like we know we're competitors, and we know deep down, it's like you can sense it, the tension, but we're just like, everybody's just talking, just trying to avoid it, almost, kind of. But which is it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love it. I love being with her, and she's a really good competitor, and you know, she gets to win all the time, but I hope this time it's gonna be, you know.
It'll hopefully be you this time.
Yeah, but.
All right,
you know.
tell us, as someone
But
who
it's also,
yeah.
like, the competition is still very tough, so
Yeah.
it's not going to be easy, and it might be something different from what we've seen, and you know, so
We'll see.
yeah.
All right, so tell us what it's like being someone who's like, because we know how Hellen races with those arms and
Yeah.
how she throws those arms.
Yeah.
Like, have you caught an elbow from Hellen before?
Yes, I have.
What's that like?
Oh, not good. So many times, and it's like she comes. It's like, you know, you get hit, and you know when you get hit like here, it just gets all your energy out. It's like it's the most painful thing, and all the time I'm like, oh dang it, you know.
That's how she's winning.
And she loves, yeah, and it's like she loves just coming next to me. And this time I was like, I'm just gonna stay as far away from her as I can.
You might be on the next street.
Nice way. But we end up being like, somehow we just always end up being like close to each other, which is, yeah, I don't know.
All right, no elbows on Sunday.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you tell her that.
All right, perfect. Thanks, Sharon.
I appreciate it. Thank you.